Hi guys, Harry here, and a big rumour has surfaced that is David Tennant might be playing the 14th Doctor, and I love David Tennant. I love him as the 10th Doctor, and of course with Russell T Davies coming back, they worked together on Doctor Who for many years. This isn't a video on who I think should play the 14th Doctor and the names that have obviously surfaced with the casting of who will be the 14th Doctor. I already made a video on that. I will link that in the description below. Go and watch it. But this is a video on my thoughts on should David Tennant play the 14th Doctor. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment down below, and let's get into the video. So, David Tennant obviously already played the 10th Doctor, and it is rumoured now that he will play the 14th Doctor. And, just hear me out, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. Not that David Tennant is an amazing actor, he is my second favourite Doctor, and also he is the Doctor really, especially in New Who, when you say the Doctor and you think of David Tennant, and of course when they parody Doctor Who, it is either Tom Baker that they parody or David Tennant. So obviously David Tennant is a big part of Doctor Who, and he is, well, number one on a lot of doctors, on a lot of fans' favourite doctors, or most popular doctors list. But why I think he shouldn't be the 14th Doctor is he already got his time. And you're basically backpedaling a lot. There's already Russell T Davies coming back as the showrunner. And you bring David Tennant, even Christopher Eccleston back. You're basically saying Doctor Who cannot succeed without the best showrunner, in their opinion. I mean, Russell T Davies probably is the best showrunner that Doctor Who has ever had, but you can't do it without that showrunner, and you can't do it without the most popular Doctor. One of the most popular Doctors, it's either probably David Tennant or Tom Baker in a lot of people's minds. And I will get to the bit about Tom Baker a bit later on in this video. But you're basically saying there's no point watching Doctor Who if it's not David Tennant and it's not Russell T Davies as showrunner. And that is completely the wrong message. Yes, unfortunately, there has been bad writing in the Chibnall era, and more than ever, Jodie Whittaker is the one that suffered the most. And, the fans saying, oh no, we've suffered. You haven't. They've been providing you with entertainment. I mean, the only thing you pay for is the TV licence, obviously, to watch the BBC. And they've been providing you with shows, and I've just seen a lot of fans just be basically oh, you owe us something, you owe us, and it's no. I mean, they don't really owe us anything. I mean, Doctor Who they just wanted to provide us with entertainment, and that is what they have done. Think of your favourite Doctor, your favourite era, maybe even your favourite storyline. Think of that, and you just know how much you enjoyed that story and how much joy they provided you with just that story. Even how they scared you, when you. Other than that, it was obviously the stories had a lot of joy, a lot of terror, a lot of fun, a lot of emotion into it. Think about another popular one Donna getting her mind wiped. That was so mortifying to see that happening. But there's other great moments Matt Smith's regeneration speech like that, and also talk about in the classic era, Tom Baker's Doctor being amazing, like the introduction of the Time Lords in Patrick Troughton's era. Like, have fun with the show. It's a fun show at the end of the day. They have, like, obviously some of my favourite episodes are just one-offs that don't have a big part in the overarching story. And I think it's fun. It's, like, amazing. Like, not so liked one is Love and Monsters. And I think it's funny. It's not bad to watch, like some other ones I can mention in that era. Tooth and Claw and Fear Her are terrible, but there's terrible episodes in at least one terrible episode in at least every series of Doctor Who. And think about it, Paul McGann has such a big following of people who want to see more of his Doctor, and he only had one TV movie, and that was bad. It was badly received, and when he turned up in Night of the Doctor, people cheered for him. But the thing is, I want that to happen to other people. I want it to be like someone who hasn't had a chance to be the Doctor yet. The Doctor Who universe is supposed to be inclusive. You know, all those aliens, all those people, black, white, it doesn't matter. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. I want to see a new Doctor and have them take the reins, like, obviously, being the most popular Doctor of the New Who era, David Tennant, and they were having doubts about him, like, well, a show being, like something, well, the Doctor Who show still running after he leaves. But Stephen Moffat and Matt Smith and Karen Gillan and Arthur Deville ran with the show and made it. It's still here today. Like Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall, the show is still running. There's still fans of that show. They took it and ran with it, and that is amazing. Even in the classic era, they were like the first regeneration. Like Patrick Troughton and that team there took it, ran with it. That was great. Even the transition to colour for John Pertwee and like introducing like the Time Lords, obviously a big part of it. Then like taking that, running with it, like putting it into his regeneration scene, like his mentor coming back to make him regenerate into Tom Baker and like running with it. And I think that's amazing because they're like all those could have been show ending things, and like taking it and running with it. Even as I said, Paul McGann, when Sylvester McCoy coming back just for a couple of scenes to regenerate into Paul McGann, and him turning up and Paul McGann taking it and running with it and still having a fan base. Every Doctor has quite a big fan base, like even the ones that you might not find good. And it's such a shame that we might not get a new Doctor, because I know a lot of a lot of Doctor Who channels, I'm probably like one of the newest, but a lot of older Doctor Who channels, and not even just Doctor Who channels, but every video that has done a video on David Tennant being the 14th Doctor or the next Doctor, has been like, oh, well, maybe he'll return for a couple of specials. But what's the point in him returning for a couple of specials? Even if you want a multi-Doctor story, I can think of at least one possible way of having a multi-Doctor story in what should be the 14th Doctor's special. And what could happen is that at the end of Jodie Whittaker's last episode, she regenerates, it goes up, it cuts, so we don't get to see who the 14th Doctor is. Centenary special, and we see all the Doctors, like someone who plays all the classic Doctors, maybe excluding Paul McGann, because Paul McGann he still looks like he did back when he did his TV movie, really, and like, but he is getting on a little bit, but he still looks like he did back in 1996. So he could come back just as Paul McGann, well, as the Eighth Doctor, and of like maybe even if Christopher Eccleston wants to come back because he's doing big finishes, David Tennant can come back, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, even Jodie Whittaker can come back, and they can have a big multi-doctor story with 13 doctors, maybe even someone, a lookalike of John Hurt coming in and playing the War Doctor, and have all those doctors there as the centenary special, and we don't get to see the 14th Doctor until after that. Like maybe even the 14th Doctor looking back through her past lives, because there's something like wrong. There's something gone wrong with this regeneration, and they can look back and be like, and like have like the doctors there kind of helping her. Is another option. And also there's another one where it could just be a companion episode. Of course, it would be a bit lame as it's Doctor Who, but it could be a companion episode with Yaz and Dan and maybe, or like other past companions. But I think it would be amazing to see someone else take the reins. And I think I've been a bit vocal on it on this one. And of course, my family know I'm vocal on it. Hi, my family. Hi, if anyone from my family is watching. But I obviously, I don't want it to be a white male. If a black man, a white woman, a black woman, like Jo Martin, I wouldn't even mind her showing up, because she is a pre-Hartnell Doctor, but it's different. It's not like we've seen her play the Doctor, and she's not even got maybe the same set of morals as we've seen with the other Doctor, because she doesn't mind using a gun, as we saw in Fugitive of the Jadoon, and she doesn't mind. She's a bit manipulative, but of course past Doctors have been, but to play like ball with the Time Lords, like wanting her to do something. But that would be great coming back. But no past Doctors should come back. No one playing no look-alike from William Hartnell to Sylvester McCoy playing the Doctor, and no one from Paul McGann to Jodie Whittaker playing the Doctor. They should not have the Doctor again. And it's just because people are going to come back for the special with David Tennant, and then they're going to leave again because he's not there. With a special, you're making it so people are going to watch it, even fans that have drifted away from Doctor Who are going to come back and watch the special, and they're going to see David Tennant, be like, oh, I should watch it again. He's going to go, they're going to go just as fast. I have friends that left Doctor Who after Matt Smith, and friends that left Doctor Who after Peter Capaldi. They watched Matt Smith's era and then left when Peter Capaldi was the Doctor, they watched Peter Capaldi's era and then left when Jodie Whittaker became the Doctor. And that's just a shame, because Doctor Who is about diversity, and it should stay that way. It should be a new actor every single time there's a Doctor, and they will all be the Doctor to me. And if you're a real Doctor Who fan, they will be the Doctor to you too. Of course, you will have a singular Doctor who is your favourite in your heart. When you remember the Doctor, you hear their voice or see their image. But every single Doctor, from 1 to 13, even including War in that, and all the Doctors in the future, they will all be in your heart. And it's just going to be a bit bad if it's a popular Doctor coming back. I mean, Tom Baker came back for the 60th anniversary, but he was the curator, and it was like maybe he was a past incarnation, but they left a future incarnation, but they left it open, and they didn't just be like, yeah, he's the Doctor, he's Doctor 500 or whatever. No. They left it open. Maybe he isn't even a future incarnation of the Doctor. Or, not even Stephen Moffat or Tom Baker or Matt Smith or anyone else who appeared in that episode knows what Tom Baker's real role was. But he is the Doctor as the 4th Doctor to me, and they are all the Doctor. And really, you should be giving these Doctor Who roles to new actors who can bring something new to the table, and it's not going to be like you only bring people back for David Tennant's era and then they'll leave again, because that's a short-term solution. Bringing Russell T Davies back, he's an amazing writer, that's great. Bringing David Tennant back, you're just admitting you've had a mistake. You've made a mistake. And that is a real shame, as I would love Doctor Who to continue, and I would love to bring videos to you guys. But that is my video. Got quite a bit deeper than I thought I would, but let me know what you think. Is David Tennant coming back a good idea? And do you think the rumours are true? Is he coming back? So let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.